Hello Dan, this is a video response to your video on Sesame Street and the issue of Bert and Ernie getting married. Firstly, I'd just like to say that I don't agree with what you're saying. I think that, yeah, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about each of your points that you raise individually, and then hopefully that will explain why I disagree with you. Firstly, your point about conservatives kind of pulling the strings on television. I haven't really experienced that in the UK. I don't know if it's more true in America. It may be, but not necessarily in the UK. But I don't fully understand why that matters. I mean, it might annoy them a little bit, perhaps, but I would say that it's more important that the young people have this, the stigma that gay marriage is weird or wrong or anything like that. I think it's more important that that view is removed rather than anything else. It might get a few Tories angry, but I think that's a necessary sacrifice to remove something where people are, you know, horrendously treated, like, threatened to be killed and, stigmatized and bullied at school. It's worth that sacrifice in my view. Your second point was that kids don't get much out of it. They won't get much out of seeing Bert and Ellie getting married on Sesame Street. But I don't agree with that either. I think that even on a subconscious level, kids at a young age seeing this happening, and they'll get used to the fact that that's normal. Watching stuff on TV, it just it builds up inside of you. You think that that's normal. You just don't question it. I think television can have a very big impact on young people, and if they see gay marriage, then they won't get that fussed by it when they see it in real life. I think, that's my view on that. And even so, even if it is a small impact, surely that's better than no impact at all. I was doing some teaching at a private school recently, and I was showing them a video on it was a healthcare video. And on that video, there were some nurses, and they were male nurses, and the class was laughing at the fact that they were male nurses. Surely that's not something that we want to promote in our society in the 21st century, and something that we should try and be avoiding. And yeah, I'd just like to elaborate on the point. You said that the kids are worried about cooties. I mean, that may be the case, but I think it's good that they're promoted. That this issue is raised when they're worrying about cooties, because when they're old enough to think about this issue, I don't know, think about it properly. They can debate it and think about it and discuss with their classmates. I think in some ways that's too late. I think humans, they tend not to like change sometimes. It makes them feel a bit insecure. They don't really know what's going on, and they might not like it some of the time. I think that's definitely what some people take change as. But if you tell them about gay marriage when they are still very young, then it will become normal for them by the time they get old enough to debate it properly. And so I think it's good that they have this influence when they are much younger. Your last point was about the petition. I really don't think that they're trying to control someone's creative ambition. I think that it's a group of people that see the opportunity to, help remove some stigma which can be very damaging to people and their health, and people who committed suicide over such things. That's something that we completely want to avoid. I think that surely a fan base of Sesame Street have signed, thousands of people have signed this petition. It's it's to make the writers aware that there is a desire for this to happen, and not to do the job for them, as you say. They're not trying to do the writer's job. I think they're just trying to come up with a suggestion that the writer might wish to put into his the writing of the Sesame Street. Anyway, yeah, that was my view on it. Thank you for your interesting video, and I look forward to watching more of them soon.